first and foremost, happy holidays to you. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, however you celebrate. We do not honor it as a colonial holiday. We know that the massacre that ensued from the initial holiday is not what we are about. But the time of being grateful, the time of giving thanks, and the time of family, good food, and a whole lot of laughter and love in the house, we look forward to it. So we're going to talk about Thanksgiving today, what it means to us, and what our food get down looks like. What's a perfect plate look like for you? Next up on Mama We Made It with DJ and Reg. Man, good morning. Mm-hmm. What's happening, brother?
All is well, my brother. How are you?
I am good. I am thankful. It's a beautiful morning here, and, all is well. Got no complaints.
I feel a certain way, though.
Say more.
Man, I love Thanksgiving at your crib. I ain't lying. I feel a certain way. And I'm torn. Not that I was invited, but I was just going to show up. I think I did that one year, didn't I?
You did do that one year, and you're always okay. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Mama We Made It with DJ and Reg. That is DJ. I am Reg. It is the holiday kickoff, and we are going to talk about Thanksgiving and all the ways we feel like talking about it today, and the tension of celebrating this, decidedly colonial origin holiday that has become beloved by, a significant number of people. First of all, you're always welcome. You know that. The door is always open in my crib, and that is not an invitation I extend to a lot of people because I do not like drive-bys. I don't like people just showing up at my crib, which is a whole different episode. It's going to be mellow this year. It's going to be low-key for us. We will have, local family in town, just kind of a reset, a lot going on in our world. So we just kind of, dialing it down this year. Normally we have a party Wednesday night before the Thanksgiving Thursday and just kind of really get into it. But just had too many moving parts this year, so we're going to do a little bit more quietly. What about you? What you doing this year?
Probably go see my mom in Vegas. I've been traveling a little bit, man. I'm not accustomed to it. Thought about laying low, but, want to see mom, so I'll probably drive home. Now, she will see this, so if I was even thinking about it and didn't make it happen, this could be a problem. But
but by the time it airs, though, you'll be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
This is true.
Right?
So, the last time I went, man, my tire popped on me, and it was funky out in that heat. So it shook me a little bit. So we'll see.
I'll never forget getting that call, bro, with you on the side of the road, and thank the Lord for Dudley Do-Right and all the cats out there in the middle of nowhere who took good care of you.
Exact, man. So anyway, we'll see what happens. But don't be surprised if I knock on that door, man. You never, ever know, brother.
You got to cheer, bro. You got to cheer.
I have my standard cookies from Sprouts.
No, a delicacy indeed.
You got it.
As we talk about Thanksgiving, man, there's no need to really talk a lot about the history of the holiday. Everybody knows it, right? Everybody knows what it means as it relates to the origin story. And nobody that I rock with celebrates any part of that other than our Native American brothers and sisters who, despite the tomfoolery that came their way, still manifest a beautiful spirit. When you hear the word Thanksgiving, what comes to your mind?
My people.
Okay.
My people, period. The celebrations that I described, that you offer out to your tight community. I go back to 112 Oak Lawn back in Battle Creek, Michigan. Man, we used to get amped for Thanksgiving, man. The smell of the crib, that funky ass cabbage cooking. But we were going to break it down. I love cabbage, but I don't like the smell. I mean, I love cabbage.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll rip your insides out, but yeah, I love cabbage, man. And that's in football. I don't necessarily just mean NFL. It's just the idea of football, man. I'd be playing back in high school. Sure. So we probably had a game coming up the next day or a Saturday. So that's what I think about, man.
Which meant y'all was in the playoffs.
If we were fortunate, if we were injury-free. Yep, if we were injury-free. So how about you, man? What comes to mind? Is it more historical? What's happening in the moment?
It's the kickoff of the holiday season. It is the first time that I am allowed to play This Christmas by Donny Hathaway, not to skip over Thanksgiving, but it is the kickoff of the holiday season, man. Like we hang our initial outdoor Christmas lights on November 16th and turn them on that day because that's my oldest birthday. So that becomes really the official start of the holiday festive season. I'm a holiday dude. I think Thanksgiving as a holiday, as a structured on the calendar holiday, is the best holiday of the year, right? The built-in, everybody got the same day off. It's always the same day of the week every year. You can plan around that Thursday, potentially that Friday, unless you work in retail. And, it is a great moment of pause and family and good food. So I get excited, man. It is definitely, I like a loud house. I like a noisy house. I like a lot of people in my crib. And, we have had various size gatherings over the years. But fundamentally, man, it's home. I think the biggest thing I look forward to, separate from the food, if I'm being honest, is when I start my Black movie marathon season.
Okay.
From Thanksgiving all the way to the New Year's, I'll be playing movies back to back to back to back. And I always start with The Wiz. I always start with The Wiz. Like The Wiz is my favorite kind of holiday-esque movie. I know it doesn't feel that way, but the big dinner at the beginning of the movie, which, various Thanksgiving or Christmas themes, depending on how you look at it in the snow outside, is my thing. And so it's just the kickoff of what turns into a festive next 6 weeks. And I'm excited about seeing my family. My youngest comes home from college, all the things.
When does he come home?
He will get home this year that Tuesday. So he'll be home.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I guess when this airs, he got home yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's goofy, right? Trying to get this right. But
yeah.
Any guilty pleasures for you, man? Whether it's blaxploitation flicks, food, whatever it might be around Thanksgiving. Like, what is Thanksgiving, man?
Eggnog season.
Oh my God! Don't you love some eggnog, man?
Bruh. I am not lactose intolerant. The people around me might be. I'm not sure. But I love eggnog. And, I love coquito. I spent some time living in Puerto Rico. And so all of that. So obviously that's probably the biggest one. Probably a little bit too much sweet potato pie. What about you?
Yeah, and I know that you didn't say pumpkin pie.
So let's...
We'll get there. I know. I know. Lactose-free eggnog. That's already started, though. Sprouts
really?
has a killer. Oh, yeah. I've been killing it straight out the carton.
Like to the head?
It was 1,000. One of the pleasures of living alone, bruh. Shake and bake. Definitely sweet potato pie.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to watch Superfly twice before Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a holiday movie for you?
It is.
Say more about that.
Well, I think the first time I ever saw it was around Thanksgiving. The family was gathered. They were watching it. I'm peeking my head around the corner. You can come on in here. So I guess it was time for me to grow up. So I got a chance to watch Superfly. So for some reason, man, I associate Ron O'Neal and them with.
One of my favorite random lines from Superfly. I hadn't thought about this in 1,000 years, and I'm gonna butcher it, but it's a scene where he's trying to get his money from Freddie, and he's like, "Look,
can I stop you right now? I know what you're gonna say.
Either you or somebody in your family gonna be out there on that corner if I don't get my money."
He was talking to Fat Boy.
Ultimately, Freddie don't make it. Yeah. But I'll never forget. Yeah. He's like, you or somebody in your family going to be on that corner if I don't get my money.
I know. There's another scene,
shout out
too,
Curtis
man.
Mayfield, an amazing soundtrack.
Yeah.
So give me, is it stuffing or dressing in your house?
Yeah, well, I think there's a fundamental difference. I think there is. It's not just terminology. But growing up, it was always stuffing. I'm sorry. That shit was in the turkey. It was cooked in the turkey, and it was moist. Pause. And it came out of the turkey. When I started to have to defend for myself a little bit later, might be going over somebody else's script, it kind of became more dressing, bought separately. It didn't have the turkey flavor to it.
Yes.
But I'm going to always be a stuffing dude. How about you?
I'm a dressing dude.
Okay.
Like you, I grew up with stuffing coming out of the turkey. I ain't never, I'm not mad at it, but dressing, a good cornbread dressing is a staple for me. My sister-in-law does an amazing job with it. So I could do both, but over time, man, what's crazy is I'm eating less and less meat in general. And the last thing I want is you sticking something inside the meat and all the things that come with that. So, it's a side, not a central, to the turkey experience for me. So I am a dressing dude for sure.
All right. So then question for you. What's on the plate? What's on Reg's ideal Thanksgiving plate? The first plate.
My ideal Thanksgiving plate is a little bit of smoked turkey that I get from the same spot now for like the last 5 years. Greenberg smoked turkey, not to give them an endorsement, but one of our homies brought it over to our party one year, and I've been a fan ever since, so I don't even cook a turkey anymore. So smoked turkey, cranberry sauce straight out of the Ocean Spray can. If it don't have the ridges on it, it don't count. I want some yams on my plate. I need some excellent macaroni and cheese on my plate. I need a really good roll on my plate. Dressing for sure. Cabbage over greens, though I don't mind greens. I just don't like the juice that comes with greens. It can't get my bread wet. Like I don't like soggy nothing, so I need to have my little wet vegetable kind of as a side to my plate. If not a roll, I'll do cornbread, but I prefer a roll. A dash of veggie gravy. I don't really want a meat gravy necessarily, or not veggie gravy, but non-meat based gravy. That's the plate, right? And then separately, sweet potato pie, maybe a little apple cobbler if somebody's so inclined. I think that's my plate. I might be missing some green beans. There's some green beans.
That's good eating, man.
Yeah. What's your ideal plate?
Man, you aren't far from it. Dark meat turkey.
Okay.
Cabbage.
Yep.
Sweet potato. I'll call it souffle. Got to have the marshmallows. Crisp marshmallows on top.
That's where we diverge.
Really? My mom.
It's your plate. Sorry, keep going. It's your plate.
Yes. You hovering over my plate. It's a family tradition, man. And man, I can eat a whole half of a tray.
Okay.
Cabbage, sweet potatoes. I'm with you on the roll versus the cornbread. But if the cornbread's done right, it's got to be done right. 50-50. It's probably going to be lactate season, not to do an ad again. But, if there's some macaroni and cheese, man, I have a hard time, especially if some breadcrumbs on there. I have a tough time running from macaroni and cheese. Oh, you like that old just cheese and macaroni and cheese, huh?
Nah, I like it crusted over really heavy on top. And breadcrumbs are optional. No shade. Okay. But if I'm checking a box, I leave them off. But I can certainly work my way through them.
And then what dessert again, very similar, man. Has to be some sweet potato pie. It would like to kind of see it made, but sweet potato pie, and then peach cobbler, man.
Okay.
The fam could definitely put together.
I said apple. That's what I meant. I meant peach. Yep.
Okay. Yep. And then spirits. Not really on that brown liquor. Like I used to be.
Thanks.
So call it a cab. A nice cab would be nice.
Okay.
But anything that'll go with that eggnog would be nice too. So
that's a weird thing, man. Like spiked eggnog, the notion of dairy and alcohol in the same space is a curious one. I will drink it. I will typically keep those two things separate for a whole host of I want to still be in my family reasons.
What about Bailey's?
Not in the eggnog, but I do like Bailey's as an after dinner drink for sure. It's a good beverage. Yep. I don't drink a lot on Thanksgiving because I like eggnog and I like apple cider, right? Like I like a really good apple cider. And like if my preference of drink with my Thanksgiving dinner is just a really good glass of cold apple cider with heavy cinnamon in it, and then maybe as a nightcap a hot toddy of some sort with a cinnamon stick in it and heat it up, all the things, some lemon, some honey, all that kind of stuff. But I don't drink a lot on Thanksgiving. Certainly not the way I used to. I have other ways to float, so to speak. So I work through that. Who can cook for like? Will you eat everybody's food?
Nah. You know me. I'm nah. There's some things that I need to see them made. Quite honestly, I just won't eat it. And then other things is from people who I might see you eat it first. But if I trust the group, I'm good. But I don't just go anywhere for Thanksgiving. I need to see some stuff.
Do you turn down invites politely?
I have. I absolutely have. And mostly because I'd already had a commitment. But I've definitely turned down some invites. Yeah, I kind of need to see food made. Anymore. And I cook. I cook a fair amount. So
you cook Thanksgiving?
No. Just in general. I'm sorry. Yeah, I cook in general. So I know what I'm eating, 80% of the time if I'm not at a restaurant. I have a question for you about music because that's got to be part of the vibe, right? And I want to know if there are any go-to songs for you, but I do have one question before that.
Yeah.
That second Thanksgiving meal, that ain't nobody looking, right? Is that about just as good as the first one?
Man, so, yes, it is. It might be better. It might be better because, if you can get Thanksgiving off around 3 or 4 o'clock, it's kind of what we shoot for around here. And you can wrap your first wave meal before 6. That second plate on the backside of some cards and whatnot around 9:30, where it's just a little bit of corner while you talking and gather around the counter, it hits really, really hard. It hits really hard, and it certainly sets up the itis that is to come. You might be 2 naps in already. But yeah, that second plate, which ain't going to be a big one, but it's going to be a great one. It's going to be very satiating and get your attention. So yeah, that second plate is solid. And then the heat up on Friday is a good look too. When you go back after all the leftovers have been put away, I'm pulling back out, and everything is kind of had a chance over the night to just kind of soak in it. Is definitely heavenly for sure.
Okay, I'm going to get to and first. I'll do Thanksgiving dinner on Friday morning. Like, I won't eat breakfast. I'll go dead head first right into, think I'm playing, with a cup of coffee. So, music, man, any particular sounds, vibes for you? Are you getting into Christmas music yet, or not quite there?
It's a fine line, mood dependent. It's definitely soulful, right? It's definitely hot buttered soul, not necessarily Isaac Hayes, but it's warm, it's soulful. There's gonna be, certainly by Friday, you're gonna hear my Christmas playlist start to roll out, because Saturday, if all works well and I can organize the family schedule, we're going to chop our tree down, and but by Sunday the tree is up, and wifey has finished up her cookie bakes, and we're starting to mail out Christmas cookies to the family. So I am on Thanksgiving, not music heavy, because we've got the TV on with whatever movie is playing and the marathon's going on. We might have a TV downstairs going with football if we got people over who are rocking with football. And so I try not to overwhelm with the music as well. So you typically are just going to hear conversation and The Wiz or Brown Sugar or Love Jones or, Which Way Is Up in the background. But it is definitely, a soulful kind of vibey space that we're trying to build towards, for sure. What about you? Are you playing music in the crib all the time? Like, 100%. I know how much you love music, man.
100% person. And it gets nostalgic for me. And we're going to lead with the Isley Brothers as always.
Okay.
You mentioned also, that's when I pull out the old Curtis Mayfield, not necessarily Christmas music, but that vibe. Curtis Mayfield, Isley Brothers. You definitely get some Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm still an old Tavares dude. So that's really circulating around the crib. Bringing it forward, more and more, man, I'm paying attention to the catalog of Robert Glasper. And a lot of stuff he's done by himself, not necessarily the collabs. And he's in that rotation now. He's in that Thanksgiving rotation. Real solid. Real solid.
I love the Black Radio series, so I'm with you. We've talked about this. We might have actually been together. I can't remember now. I love his studio work. Yeah. His live work is always hit or miss, man, depending on what mood he's in. If he leans too heavy into that voice box, man, I got to walk out of the arena. Sometimes it's just a bit much, but I do love the vibe. And those first two, maybe even the third one, but the first two for sure, the Black Radio series, definitely stay in rotation. I like the collaborative nature of it. Layla Hathaway, Erica, all that vibe works really, really well. So I'm with you. I'm with you on that for sure.
Yeah, I'm in. I mean, I think all of his work to me is great work. I'm really into the old stuff, man. The original, like Canvas and all that good. It was jazz and a little bit of R&B pumped in.
I'm behind. I need to get deeper into his catalog.
Yeah, I'll shoot it off to you. It's straight up. It's straight up jazz, but that too. Any specific memories for you, man? Anything? Hey, when I was 8 and Peanut and I went to the dime store, whatever it is.
No, I just because this one comes to mind, right? I am an adult. I am in New Jersey. I'm at Uncle Larry's house. Shout out Uncle Larry and all the family out in Jersey. And I'm with Jill, her mom, young Nathaniel, and we're having a good time. We're in South Orange. Uncle Larry used to throw great parties, and we have Thanksgiving out there. And it was a big production where you're going to ultimately sit down at a dinner table of probably 20 people, give or take, across the various families.
It's good stuff.
And I'll never forget it as long as I live. I love my mother-in-laws to death. I'm blessed to have 2 beautiful mother-in-laws. And my mother-in-law was really excited about a new recipe, and she was putting together whipped cauliflower. And I had heard her talking about it in the lead up to Thanksgiving, but I wasn't processing it. So we get down, we're sitting down at Thanksgiving, and it's on the table with everything else, but it presents as mashed potatoes. So I'm in the midst of a conversation, and the bowl comes to me, and I get mine. I put a big dollop on the plate, and I put the first spoonful in my mouth, and I thought I was going to lose it. Whipped cauliflower is not the thing. It ain't the look. It ain't the get down. I don't know what it is. I need mashed potatoes really, really heavy. And to this day, whenever I think about it, I bust out laughing because my wife's kicking me under the table like, yo, don't disrespect my mom. She's sitting right here. She's sensitive. So, Mama, I hope if you hear this, I love you. But whipped cauliflower will never be my jam. So that's the first thing that comes to mind. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
Was the bigger surprise that it wasn't mashed potatoes or the taste itself?
That it wasn't mashed potatoes was the biggest thing. I was like, because I'm talking, I'm in a conversation. I just knew what it was. I wasn't even thinking that it was something otherwise. And so I put it in, and my brain was like, the hell is this? And then it was, I love cauliflower, but not in that form. And I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Because, you can't put butter in cauliflower, so there's already something missing. I mean, I guess you could, but it wasn't it. I tried my best not to hurt her feelings. So, Ma, I do love you.
I'm trying to even picture that, and I can't. So I'm gonna have to look that one up. What would I say, man? Mine is probably more of originally it'll feel like a sombering moment, but ended up being great. I was living in Chicago, driving home in a snowstorm to Battle Creek, Michigan to see my people. And I'm on Highway 94, probably about halfway there, maybe an hour in. And I'm driving, the roads are slick, so you're taking your time. So up ahead of me, I'm starting to see cars congregating on the highway. And I'm like, they're not moving. I said, now would probably be a good time for me to slow down. Bruh, I hit the brake. I said, now I see what the problem is. And I'm just sliding faster and faster and faster. And I had my cup of coffee. I put it in the console, tightened up my seatbelt, did my prayers, put my hand on the wheel, and I kind of woke up. I see people on the side of the road, some people still in their cars, heads nodding down. And then, move, move. I look behind me, more cars coming. So I jump out of the ride, I get on the side of the highway, smash, smash, smash. Get back in my car, head home, rent a car, go back to Battle Creek. So Thanksgiving for me became literal then. Don't take these moments for granted, bruh. That could be, you get a little PTSD around that too, when cars smashing into you and you. So it ended up being a very, very positive thing.
Sure.
There were some people who I don't think were so lucky, but sure. That's one of the memories that I have, man.
That's amazing. And it's, I also have a near death in a car accident story. Well, yeah, just grateful to be here. I won't even tell that story today other than to say grateful to be here.
Was that in Jersey?
Wow, man. Huh?
Was that in New York, New Jersey?
Yeah, so I'll tell
real quick.
That. So, yeah, I had straight out of college. This is October 22nd, 1989. I had driven out my brand new Jetta to East Lansing for homecoming. I'm coming back Sunday night on I-80 heading back to Jersey. Got to work in the morning. I am driving by myself. Exit 22 on Highway 80 in Pennsylvania is Snowshoe, Pennsylvania. Unaware until afterwards, I had fallen asleep at the wheel. I hit a structure of a bridge, bounce off that structure, spin around, hit the other side of the bridge, spin around. I wake up. I am in the passing lane perpendicular to the highway with a semi barreling down on me. Semi swerves. I hop out the car and I run kind of in shock, and I end up in the middle in that swampy median between the two sides of the highway. I climb out. The semi that just missed me has pulled over. Dude gets out of the car. I climb out, muddy, wet, discombobulated. He's like, "You good?" I was like, "Yeah, I think so." Motherfucker leaves, gets back in the truck and leaves. So now I'm in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. Old Trans Am, black with the Firebird on the hood, pulls up. Scraggly white dude gets out, younger white dude, but a full beard. Gets out, I was like, "Man, you okay?" And I was like, "Man, I'm not really sure, but I see a gas station back there at the exit. Can you maybe give me a ride to it?" He's like, "Sure." So he takes me back there. We call the police. The police come. They tow my car to that gas station. It's totaled. Everything is smashed except where I was sitting in the car. I'm like, "I don't know what to do." And he's like, "Man, where are you going?" I was like, "I'm going back to Jersey, New Brunswick." He's like, "Man, as fate will have it, I am in the Air Force Base." I think it's McGuire, I'm not sure. Out there, and I'm going back that way. I'm on leave. I'm heading back to base. I can give you a ride. And I was like, "Man, I would really appreciate it."
Wow.
He's like, "I got to stop and get gas." He's like, he stops. He gets coffee like down the road. And I'm in the car with him. I wake up. I'm in my bed. Thinking, wow, what a crazy dream. Till I sit up. And my whole body is stiff. I can't move. I go to the doctor later that day, and he says, "Man, the only reason you're alive is because you were asleep. Otherwise, you would have snapped your neck. You're blessed to be here." And to this day, I don't know who that cat was in the Air Force or wherever that guardian angel is, man. I'm grateful to be here. So I hear you. Yeah, man. Yeah, 1989. Yep.
I remember the story.
Yeah, man.
But I didn't know I don't recall the details, man, that you just shared, man.
It was a magical moment, man. It was a magical moment. And so, as we talk about Thanksgiving, I'm grateful for a whole host of things. Being here is one of them. That is one of several near-death experiences I've had. I'm probably on 6 lives left, and I'm grateful for them all. But yeah, that was a wild story. And what I learned about that experience, the power of gap insurance. My car was 10 days old. It had depreciated faster than that. I didn't have gap insurance. And so to add insult to injury, the total damage of the car and the check I got didn't cover what I owed. I still had to pay them off to be whole with that car. But I went and bought another Jetta right after that because why not, right?
Well, why not? And you 34.4 anyway then, so.
See, what we're not gonna do. What we're not gonna do. I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful for a lot of things. It has been a trying year. Thanksgiving means a lot to me. It's gonna be an emotional holiday around these parts. But I just gotta say, man, I'm grateful for you, my brother. We have known each other a good minute now, man, and you have enhanced my life in all ways, great and small. I am enjoying doing this. I hope the people can tell how much we rock with each other and how much we are trying to give it away and make this a space of comfort, peace, and a little bit of, enlightenment. So thankful to the audience. Thankful to you, my brother, man. I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else.
Well, you stole my thunder. I was going to say the same, man. You are an integral part of my existence, man. We've been doing this for a long time, Percy, and know each other very well. Stories that nobody's heard. And, I couldn't be more thankful. And it's always great, man. I'm a lone wolf. But to know that I have a place to go and my brother is there, that feeling means more than anything, man. So love you to death, man.
Love you back, brother. We'll keep the light on for you always, brother. To the people, happy holidays, however you celebrate it. Find your people, find your joy. Know that you are loved. Holidays are not easy for everybody. So from us to you, we see you. Keep on keeping on. And check us out on YouTube. Check us out on any podcast platform you are interested in using. Like us, rate us, subscribe. Let us know what you think of the show. Happy holidays, y'all.
See you soon.